Here's the great white hunter checking out for the game. The great lion in Africa. I don't see anything. Oh! Hello, everybody! Welcome to HubNet. My name is Steve Perutka. You're going to have a great weekend this weekend. I'd love to be there in Tampa to welcome you myself. Oh, no wonder these don't work here. I'd love to be here in Tampa to welcome you myself, but as you can see, I'm in South Africa. I'm at the Kruger Game Reserve in South Africa as we speak. And it's kind of a quiet day here, so I'm like, I don't know, Chris Ruckelshaus asked me to sing you a song, and I want to thank Chris Ruckelshaus. Give me a big hand for Chris Ruckelshaus and Hubbard Systems, another big hand, and all you lovely vendors out there. You guys have done tremendous. Then we wouldn't be here this weekend without you. And so it's my pleasure to welcome you. And as I say, it's kind of a quiet day here at Kruger. So Chris asked me to sing a song that I have sung many times at HubNet events, and it's Boy Named Sue. So Maestro, please. Maestro, please. You can't get good help out here in the bush. My band. Well, my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much for my ma and me, just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Well, I don't blame him because he run and hid, but the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought that it was quite the joke, and it got a lot of laugh from a lot of folk. It seemed I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal'd giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I'll tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean, and my fists were hard and my wits were keen, and I roamed from town to hide my shame. But I made a vow to the moon and stars that I'd search every honky-tonkin' bar and I'd kill the man to give me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I'd just hit town and my throat was dry, and I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew. At an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table, dealing stud, sat the dirty mangy dog that named it Sue. Well, I knew that steak was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother'd had. I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. Well, he was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now you're gonna die." That's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, he come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. So I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. Well, I tell you, I've fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss, and he went for his gun and I pulled mine first, and he stood there looking at me and I saw him smile. And he said, "Son, this world is rough, and if a man's going to make it, he's got to be tough, and I knowed I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's that name that helped to make you strong." He said, "Now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I knows you hates me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in the gut and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the son of a gun that named you Sue." What did I do? What could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun, called him my paw, and he called me a son, and I come away with a different point of view. And I think about him every now and then, every time I try and every time I win, and if I ever have a son, I think I'll name him, heck, Win Davis Brown. Anything but Sue. I still hate that name. Have a great HubNet, everybody.